MJAD to the more. Welcome to Simply MJAD. Today we're here to have a conversation with a labeled doctor, politician, lawyer, father, husband, humanitarian. The list goes on and on, that he will share more of himself. And, just tune in today and let's have a conversation with Dr. Rudolph Moise. Dr. Rudolph, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How are you?
Doing terrific.
Okay. How's the family?
Family is great.
Okay.
Particularly during the holidays,
Yes.
all the presents,
Yes.
that's what they make me happy.
All the good things.
So,
yeah. I haven't seen you. The last time I saw you was, I think it was more like an homage to you, based on what you had contributed to. Les Chasseurs, Volontaires de Saint-Dominique, and I believe there was a huge gala downtown, and I kind of swept by and I saw you. Tell us about that and your involvement in this amazing, contribution.
well, Danielle Fizeme has been working for years to raise some funds to complete the monument in Savannah, Georgia, as you said, which is a very big pride for the Haitian community. I mean, I tell you, it's the contribution of Haitian soldiers to the fight to help the America gain their independence. I mean, this is huge, and very few people know about that. So when he was asking for contribution to get it done, and it was taking so long to make this happen, and I went to a dinner in Savannah, and one of the congressmen, who's now passed, Don Payne, was the keynote speaker, and he said that it would be great to have a Haitian American sponsor that monument because of the significance of it.
Yes.
So that kind of touched me. I said, you know what, he's right. So when I got home that night, the next day, I discussed with my wife, and I told her, you know what, we were blessed. So that'll be our contribution to the cause. And when I asked him how much money he was going to cost, and this is public record.
Well, yeah. I didn't want to mention, but then my assistant told me it's public record. I said because I said undisclosed. That's what I did in the book. So I did.
It's about $120,000.
Very generous.
Which is a lot of money. But again, it's just money. What it means, that monument, is a pride for all Haitian, around the world. So I thought it was worth it to do this.
Yeah, America would have been speaking with a Brit accent. Yeah, a lot of them don't know that. And tell us about growing up in Haiti as a little boy. What were your dream, your aspirations? Because I know you love school. That I know. I mean, we're going to talk about all these titles you have. It takes lots of years of schooling. Tell us your joy. That's what I pretty much wrote about when I wrote about the book. There's something that when I see someone, I don't have to hang out with you all the time. I connect. There's some things that I pick up. And I know, what was that little boy thinking in Haiti, knowing that, did you know you was going to accomplish all these things?
My mother was a teacher, so she taught me at a very early age the importance of education. She always tell me people can take anything away from you, but they cannot take your knowledge, whatever you have. So I kind of learned from that, and I took dedication as serious as I can. So when I came to the U.S., I jumped on it right away.
So about 17 you came?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Very good. You've done your homework. That's good.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
So and I had to learn language like all of us immigrants.
Yeah.
It was rough the first few months, but slowly.
I really was determined.
Determined. They keep pushing.
Yeah.
And then finally I decided to go. I always wanted to to go into medicine. So I did my last year of high school there in Chicago, and then I went to the University of Illinois, and then went through the process. When I graduated from medical school, and I had a special, I didn't have any money. I had a special scholarship from the government, and the scholarship is for every year they sponsor you, then you have to work for them in a shortage area. So instead of working at some Indian reservation or something in the South or wherever it is, so I told him that, you know what, you have a lot of Haitian refugees coming from Haiti to Miami, so since I speak the language, I think that I'll be of great benefit to these
Very
people,
clever.
and you know,
Yeah.
and we bought that, you know. So
Yeah.
you know,
What's there not to buy? That's an amazing idea.
so I moved to Miami, where I work at Borenkin, which is the a federally
That's where I
funded clinic.
first know. With
Yes,
my mom.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. You know, that was in 1972,
Yeah.
1973.
Wow.
So, and that's how I got started. And I saw a lot of Haitian patients there, and I loved it. That's how I connected with community. And I picked up Spanish along the way because a lot of the patients there were also from Honduras, from other
The
parts of Latin
melting
America.
pot, yeah.
Melting pot.
Yeah.
So, and then after my 4 years, they asked me if I'm going back to Chicago. I said, no, it's okay. I'll stay here.
Yeah.
You know, and then I bought a small little office here. You know,
On
at that time it
82nd?
was.
No?
No, I came in first,
You came in
119.
first.
It was a small little office,
Okay.
not like this,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And then I grew, and then a friend of mine told me that why don't you get an MBA, because in medical school we learn the medical part of it, you know, how to treat people. But business-wise, I mean, I had no idea what the balance
Yes,
sheet was.
that's right. You have an MBA to beside a law degree.
Marketing, finance, I didn't know anything about this. You know, I had an actual sense of business. So I said, you know what, that's a good idea. So I went to the University of Miami for 2.5 years, got my MBA, and during the MBA, I took a health law class dealing with healthcare, you know, law. And I said, that's interesting, you know. And since I was single, instead of wasting my time going to South Beach,
There you go. You hear that, you young men out there? Yeah.
So I said, you know what, let me invest in my education. Let me keep learning.
Yes.
So I did. I went to locally, University of Miami had an evening program from 6 to 10 every single night. So I come here, work as a doctor during the day, and at
Student
night,
by night.
just go.
Like
and I did that for 3 years. And then passed, you know, my bar exam, and then you know, here we go. And then, you know, things started, you know, evolving, you know, and here I am today.
And then the service, tell us a little about it. I found that really exciting, being an aerosurgeon. Tell us about that. I mean, that's intriguing. I mean,
you know too much about it.
Well, I'm into people who serve and who give back. See, a lot of people see your suit, they see all your degrees, they don't know there's a humanitarian side of you. And that's why we're here today to talk.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate that you're doing this to let people know, and we can serve as role models for other students as well. You know, when they see us being successful in what we've done, you know, I like to be like Dr. Moise. I like to be like somebody else.
We cross the waters now, not to joke around, not to cause issues, but to grow and perhaps go home and give as well.
Absolutely.
And that's what you've been doing.
So, because this country has been very good to me. You know, I mean, came here, as you know, from Haiti, and you know, not having much. You know, my mother, as I said, was a school teacher, and my father was a bookkeeper. So we were okay, you know.
Yeah, but you know, not as good as you do it right now.
So, and having accomplished so much, so I wanted to give back to this country. That's been very good to me. So I decided to give back and join the Air Force. And luckily, they gave me credit for the 4 years that I work at Borenkin, because it was a federal clinic, so they gave me credit for that. So when I went into the Air Force, so I came in as a major instead of starting from scratch. So that worked perfectly. And then I kept going, and I stayed in the office for 21 years. We flew. You see the planes around here. We flew.
We're gonna take a shot of them.
F-16s, and we deployed in a few places, and made a lot of friends, and we served a lot of people. And after 21 years, it was time to, you know.
You're more than motivated to me. I think you aspire, because, you know, motivation wash off as you brush your teeth in the morning. You know, you forget what you said you was going to do last night. But the aspiration to know, to continue. You go from one to another, and you use this credit to get to this degree and to serve, you know. And a lot of things that you do, people don't know, and I'm going to say that Dr. Moise actually has treated patients that has no money. I talk to a lot of people. I really do. And they don't know that, you know, and I know as a humanitarian, but just tell us, why do you do that?
Well, it's my philosophy that success is nothing unless you reach back and help those less fortunate. You know, how would that make me if somebody walk into the office and say, Dr. Moise, I'm sick, but I have no money? But I say, well, leave my office. Come on, I mean, come on.
It's been done.
No, it's obviously I cannot do this for everybody, otherwise
no,
I would have
that.
business.
Yeah.
You know, but on some particular situation, you know, I said, you know what, don't worry about it. It's on me. You know, come in there, and whatever I can do in-house, I do in-house. And then I recommend them to go somewhere else for, and I basically work with them. All it takes is spend a little time with somebody, and see what the issues are and try to find a solution for them. Maybe they can qualify for Medicaid. And like that, I can call my brother and say, look, why don't you go and get a social worker, try to help him qualify for Medicaid. And that works. All they need is a little bit of guidance, and all it takes is a little time.
So you also caseworker as well?
Oh, yeah, we do. Okay. Sometimes I take a patient home. It's part of the whole process, and I'm.
See, those are the things I've written about, and I know people that, please, this book is not for me to make, eventually, because I'm going to give it away for free anyway, because it's a book about humanitarian networks. See, the thing is that someone will see you and, don't know what you're about, thinking, oh, well, he has money. No, there's more to you, and, and I know that, and I picked that up. As a child, I saw you. I went to Burger Clinic with my mother, at the time,
That's a long time ago.
A long time ago, yeah.
I was a young boy. Now I'm losing my hair.
Yeah.
I'm getting old now.
No, you're not. You're not. We're going to talk more too about your acting side, because you've acted with Vivica Fox, and also the young woman Kenya now, who's in the House of okay. Tell us about that. I mean, it doesn't stop for you. My God, just tell us. Oh.
Growing up, one of my dreams was to do some acting, and I used to stand on the mirror, in Haiti, and acting like Elvis Presley and Johnny Hallyday.
That's visualization, right?
It's
now people buy that in books. It's something you've been doing before that. Wow.
So and I always had it in mind, but I know that medicine was my primary, was my first love. So and then one day I came here, and I've done some commercials here and there, and a gentleman called Wilkinson Bruiner came to see me. He said, look, he's putting up a movie. Am I interested in really participating in it? And I saw this young boy, and in my heart I said, man, get the hell out of here, what I'm saying, but he was so passionate, and my parents taught me what every person looks like, to show some respect. So I had him sit in the chair. I said, well, tell me about your project, and he told me about the project, and he said that he's having a casting on Saturday at a particular time, and please come and so on, because the role is the role as an actor, as a lawyer, and since I'm already a lawyer, let me make it a little easier and so on. I said, okay, Saturday after work, I'll be more happy to do this. So I went in Broward to where the casting was, and I walked in and I saw a lot of good-looking men, beautiful ladies, and camera. I said, man, this kid is serious.
Wow.
So and then we went to the casting. I went to the thing and so on, and I was very honest. I said, look, this is my first time. So bear with me.
The best.
And I did, and then he gave me the job.
I've seen all your movies.
So and that got me started with Wind of Desire.
Yes.
And he had some beautiful ladies on there, and we went to Jacques Mel. It was a beautiful, well done movie. And then and the bad thing that happened in that movie, which became a good thing, is that they bootleg it. People made copies from all over the place, and so on. And then and wherever I go, Jamaica, the Bahamas, people said, did you play that movie? So this is the satisfaction.
Even the ladies you play opposite, they talk about you, what a gentleman you are. That's one of the things. And that's a great compliment for your parents. Yeah,
And then from then on, since it was successful, I said that, why not keep going? So I went to the next step, and I wanted to do some little American movies. So I went to LA and got involved, and we started to do some more some Fincher movies. We did Trap Haitian Nights. We did Girls of Voodoo. We did, and I met Kenya Vivica Fox. They other actors in Hollywood. So it was pretty interesting. So I did total 5 movies, and I played Cousine with Jimmy John Louis as well. So a lot of people asking me now, what is the next project? I said, well, you know what, I'm taking just a little break from the movies now.
There's a lot to do.
And my wife doesn't like these movies too much. You see your husband, kissing on the big screen. You know what I'm saying? I kept on telling her, this is a fake kiss.
Yeah.
And she said, yeah, right.
Yeah, we know that. You'll be the same way. No, we're going to take a short break, and we will come back to a delightful conversation with Dr. Moise. We'll be back. Thank you.
impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go, to right the unrightable wrong, to love pure and chaste from afar.
Welcome back. We continue our conversation with doctor, lawyer, actor, producer, husband, father, the list goes on. But you know what? Deep down inside is a spiritual being and his human experience with all those titles. And conversation is delightful. And our show is only half an hour. So, but now in the conversation, Dr. Moise, I have a very humble gift for you. And I want you to take a look at this.
Wow.
That's our audience. Yeah, we fish.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, my pleasure. Would you like to read it? It's just me. You can read the rest about it in the book when the book is published. But this is just a little bit of things that I take for you.
Awesome. It looks like that was,
You were in the school, I think, perhaps. Maybe
Yes.
a talk, I don't know. Someone
Yes,
took a pic of you.
yes.
And it's in
found it.
it's in the internet, so I figure
Wow.
since you normally keynote speakers everywhere you go.
Yeah, I try to accept, if it's a good cause.
Yeah. Aren't you going to read it?
Oh, you want to read that?
I want you to
Oh,
read
okay.
it. It's for your pleasure.
Loud or
Yeah,
just?
it's,
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's for your pleasure. It's
Okay.
for you. It's for you.
A spiritual being in this human experience, the father, husband, physician, veteran, colonel, aviator, actor, entrepreneur, lawyer, politician, and producer. Oh my goodness. I didn't know I had all these titles.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Yes. Some of us wear many hats, and I say, oof, and breathe. Is Dr. Rudolph Moise, who arrived in the States at the tender age of 17 years, young, however, determined to graduate high school and continue his college education. He did just that. I am clear, years ago, the little boy who crossed the water in Port-au-Prince, who perhaps was nicknamed Rudy, had an aspiration as to what he wanted to do in this world. I don't believe when an aspiration emerges, the individual sits down and thinks about who is going to attack, praise or love him or her for what they do. I believe that little boy inside of him is still present today and passionate. That's true. My wife tells me that all the time.
Yes, I see it. I see it.
Life is about errors, however, and we must own them and recreate. So as an adult, if he has made some errors, that is one of the things we all have in common. As for me, humility is true power. There is no need to bash. We can reach out and say thank you, and we can say an error has been made. How can we recreate from this? Sure, there is a little boy inside Dr. Moise who is full of joy, innocence, love, and a giving nature, and like many little boys, sometimes mischief, and likewise was born for greatness.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. And I say thank you. I say thank you on behalf of those who forget to say thank you. Thank you for what you do. That they don't know what you do behind your white coat, suit and tie. Just thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah. We're going. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? I know what all you do, and I don't see you ever retire with the label retire. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
I have accomplished a lot of things. I have two young ones. My daughter is 11 and my son is going to be 14 on New Year's Day.
Wow.
So I like to be able to be there for them. In one way, I'm glad that as much as I wanted to be a congressman in 2010 when I ran.
Are you going to run again?
Well, let me answer that in
Okay.
a second. But in a way, I'm glad because being in politics, going to Washington, that would maybe take some time away from the family. And my kids really need me. So I'm spending a lot of time at home and really coaching my kids and really be there for the family. So 5 years from now, my kids going to be growing, and I may consider maybe running again if it's right. It's not just And I'm not doing this to be for me.
Popularity.
For
That I
popular.
know.
I
that
mean,
I know.
I'm very happy.
Yeah.
I'm very happy right now what I'm doing.
I
give
that.
time to my family. I give time to my office. I help in the community as much as I can. So it's just that I'm born a public servant. So I like to serve as many people as possible. Being in politics, either at the state level or in Washington, it can help so many people because you have more power. You know, people answer your phone call because you can, call
make
one
things
person,
happen.
make things happen.
Yeah.
You know, and work with your colleagues to make life better for everybody. I mean, everybody wants their kids to go to school. They want to be healthy. They want to have a good life. You know, that's all of us want. So if I can, in some way, participate in that, help somebody, help as many people as I can do this, then at least I know when I rest, so I have accomplished what I was born for.
Wow, you're born for greatness, and I know that little boy is still in there, perhaps will get in trouble once in a while, but very focused on what you have to do. And like I said again, thank you. We have conversation. And one thing I'm going to read, I believe, that not sums of who you are, because I can't define who you are. You define who you are, but what idea that I see in you today, and I see a lot because I was one of those little kids in that clinic with my mother, and perhaps, see, what happened is that people don't understand when you do good in the world, you don't count what you do. Just like you, a doctor who go around assisting saving lives, you don't count how many people to see. You don't even remember that you saw me as a little girl. So you see, what you do goes a long way, and people don't forget that. So I believe this goes to you. From everyone who has been giving much, much will be demanded. And from the ones who has been entrusted with much, much will be asked. That's Luke 12, verses 48. And I think that sums up. So you get much and you give much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I want to thank you for sitting down and have conversation with us because I know you're very busy. However, thank you. Thank you for all you do. And we will continue to support you. I can't wait, to rally for you, see you in your jeans. And some people think you don't wear jeans, but I know you do. So when you're doing stuff in the community. So I just thank you for that. And if there's anything you would like to say out there to someone, especially to the young, some of our Haitians that comes here, what can you say to these young men? A lot of them, not to say that all of them, but has strayed and not knowing that they come here at 17, that they can, not to be exactly like you, however, to do something of greatness as well. What can you say to them before we
Sure. There is in life, and I'm addressing the young people out there, there's a right path and there's a wrong path. The wrong path, we have some friends from school or friends from the communities who like to convince you to do bad things, make a quick money by selling drugs, by stealing, and so on. You know what happens? If you go that wrong path, you get shot or you end up getting in jail. Okay? In the right path, just like me and her, everybody else doing this, it may be harder, it may be more difficult, but in the long run, it's going to be worth it. Go to school. Education is power. You have 4 billion cells in your brain. You can learn as much as you want. There is more room for more knowledge. So go to school, take that seriously. Respect your teachers, respect your parents. Those are the people who really care about you. They want you to succeed. So do it, and whatever that you wish to be, be firm, be persistent, and you will succeed.
And on that note, I said thank you, Dr. Moise. Thank you so much for spending time with us. And thank you for Simply MJAD. And we know that we are born with greatness in us. And as Dr. Moise shared, the wrong world and the right world, we get to choose. And your amazing life begins when you truly decide. All those, the billion cells he spoke about, that's amazing. Just to think that you got so much and you can do so much within. So have a conversation with yourself. And not to be a Dr. Moise, but you can continue to be you and as you explore your greatness. And again, thank you for watching Simply MJAD. As always, God bless. Cheers. And I was a PBS.
It's a beautiful life. Oh, oh. It's a beautiful life. Oh, oh. It's a beautiful life. Oh, oh. I just wanna be here beside you. We stay until the break of dawn. Take a walk.
I'm just a humanitarian in the work. That's all. That's the subject. That's all.